What's going on, everybody? This is Dale from Upstate Bets and DFS. We are back here with my buddy Reoz for another NFL season. This is going to be awesome, man. So, leading up to Thursday night, we're going to be doing future props here. So, we're going to be doing the quarterbacks here, and then tomorrow we're going to be covering the halfbacks, and then tomorrow we're going to be doing the wide receivers. So, the wide receivers one will include the tight ends if we like a certain season long prop. But we're back here on Prize Picks, man. If you want to look at the promotion down below underneath our faces, sign up using promo code Upstate. They'll match your first deposit all the way up to $100. They're also doing a free square for Sunday night for Tom Brady. Only needs one passing yard to get over here. So if he throws for 1 yard, you're cashing out. So we're going to be covering NFL season throughout the entirety of the year. Monday nights, Thursday nights, Sunday nights, NFL just Sunday slates, everything, man. So you're covered here on Upstate Bets. If you're still rocking with us from last season, welcome back. We're here for the long haul. Thank you guys for hanging in there through a long MLB summer, through the end of the NBA season. But I know we have a lot of football fans. That's our bread and butter. So welcome back, Riaz. What do you got to say, man? We're back.
Yeah, I'm happy to be back. It's been a while. It's been way too many months that me and you haven't hopped on here and did a video. So it's great to be back, and I'm ready to dive into some football. But don't forget about the Patreon. I've been covering a ton of MLB over there. Now me and Dale are back with NFL, like Dale said. Even though we're going to put the videos out, we're also going to have a ton of stuff over on the Patreon. More picks for the Monday, Sunday slates, Sunday night slates, Thursday slates. So, highly recommend checking that out. It's a ton of value, two for the price of one. You can find that at patreon.com/upstate, and everything's going to be linked in the description
So let's
below.
dive right into these future props, man. Today, like I said, I'm going to be covering the quarterbacks. Like we're both going to be covering the quarterbacks, but I have two picks. Riaz has two picks himself. So, I mean, this can qualify for like passing touchdowns, passing yards, rushing yards for a quarterback, just anything that has to do with a quarterback here. So these lines have been out for a while, Riaz, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, I think they've dropped a month
And
ago, maybe
it's the
even
best time
more.
to get into them now. I mean, Price Picks is a little bit different. Like if you never played Price Picks before, you pair together different players to you either pick the over or under on a set of different players, and you can either 10 extra money. If you do 3 players, you can 5 extra money. 2 players, you 3 extra money. So if you do 4 players here and they all hit over their futures or under their futures, you're gonna 10 extra money. So that's what's different compared to like a FanDuel. So like someone on FanDuel like Patrick Mahomes, he's minus 125 to go over 4,000 passing yards. But it's different here on Prize Picks because everything is plus and minus money. Everything's even money here. So that's what makes Prize Picks really cool, and that's what makes it stand out, especially for their future bets. This is something that they're new to. They haven't done this before on their site, so I'm excited to dive in. Why don't you start us off here, Riaz, with your first quarterback future prop?
Yeah, I'm going to go right over here at passing touchdowns. This is someone I was looking at for a while, and that's Russell Wilson here at 31 and a half. Um, there's a lot of upside with Russell Wilson in the last 5 years. Yes, he was on Seattle. He is on a new team, the Denver Broncos now. But he out of his last 5 years, he hit this prop 3 times under Pete Carroll, who really loves to run the ball. But Denver just added the OC out of Green Bay as their head coach, and we saw what Aaron Rodgers was able to do. He's definitely going to be running the plays for this Denver offense. And when you have Coyle Sutton, Jerry Judy, it's tough that they don't have Tim Patrick, but I think KJ Hamler is going to be a really good deep threat for this team. And Melvin Gordon and Javante Williams on the in the backfield catching some passes is always a bonus. So I think he's on a much better team. The line is much better for the Broncos than it was in Seattle. And not only that, um, he's in a division now where with Derek Carr, Patrick Mahomes, and Justin Herbert, these games are going to be super high scoring. He's going to have to throw the ball a ton, and Denver's got a very easy schedule besides conference games. So I think Russell Wilson over 31 and a half is a really good
Well, yeah,
value
I
here.
mean, start the season. I mean, they have the easiest schedule. I mean, the first 6, 7 games for them are absolutely a cakewalk for this team. In this division, like I'm happy you mentioned that because this division is a division you're gonna have to score points to be part of. I mean, at the end of the day, each and every one of these teams in that division, and especially in the entire AFC, can put up points. So I definitely like this prop for Russell Wilson. The weapons, at least Sutton has had a 1,000 yard season. 1,000 yard season. Judy has left a lot on the table. We haven't really seen his full potential yet, and everyone expects a huge year out of Judy. I like this prop a lot for Russell Wilson, over 31.5 passing touchdowns. Should have a huge season over in Denver. So I'm going to talk about someone similar in that division as well. I'm going to go to Patrick Mahomes here, over 4,600.5 passing yards. Man, I mean, this is one of those props that scare a lot of people because a lot of people like taking unders when it comes to futures. I mean, at the end of the day, NFL is it's a hard game. People get injured, but right now on FanDuel, Patrick Mahomes is plus 800 to lead the league in passing yards. So I don't think that's bad value at all either. If you want to take a stab at that, he only needs 270 a game for 17 games to eclipse this mark. So we all know Patrick Mahomes, what he's done, and the only thing that gets you here is they have the hardest schedule in the league. I mean, per PFF, they have the hardest schedule in the league, according to win totals based on each team that they're playing projected. That's how Vegas projected each win total. They're supposed to have the hardest schedule, but like I said, in that division, you're gonna have to put up points, and you can look at that either way. If they have a really hard schedule, they're gonna have to keep up with other teams as well. But the thing I like about this most is that they revamped the offensive line. Instead of keeping Tyreek Hill, they spent the money on the offensive line. So now Mahomes has the most time he's ever gonna have in the league. Since he's been playing in the league, and that just kind of, I think that's just scary for other teams. The fact that Mahomes is going to have all that time, and I understand why this line is down from what it was last year because you lose Tyreek Hill, and that's a solid 1,000 to 1,200 yards a year that you are losing. I mean, you can't take what Tyreek Hill did for granted, but at the end of the day, each and every Chiefs game is going to be around 48 and a half, all the way up to like 54 and a half, the projected total in that game. I know their first game is 53 and a half against the Cardinals. He can easily throw for 300 yards in that game. And, right now on FanDuel, he's minus 125 to go over 4,000. So they're projecting him to at least go over 4,000. 2018 threw for 5,100 yards. 2019 threw for 4,000. 2020 threw for 4740, only played in 15 games. And in 2019 season, when he threw for 4,000 yards, he only played in 14 games. So now he's got 17 games here to do this in a tough division. So I'm going to be riding with Mahomes. He's also my MVP pick of the season. So what do you think about Mahomes?
I like Mahomes. I like, even though they lost Tyreek Hill, adding Juju, adding uh, Marquez Scantling. They still have Travis Kelsey. So yeah, they lost Tyreek Hill, but they added some pretty decent wide receivers. We really haven't seen what Juju's been able to do. We saw one or two seasons where he kind of exploded, but if he stays healthy, he's going to be a huge impact player for Mahomes
Yeah, I
and
mean,
this
the rookie
line.
Sky Moore, too, looks promising. And this is not the team that's going to scare you in terms of handing, Clyde Edwards-Helaire 20 touches a game. I don't think that's not the type of team they are. Kelsey's going to get his touches. MVS is going to get touches. Cole Hardman's going to get touches. Juju. There's a ball that has to be thrown here in the Kansas City offense, and I just love this. I love this prop for Mahomes.
Yeah, without a doubt. I'm going to go right back here in the passing touchdowns. And this is somebody that we know relies on his running, but they got some good players here, and that's Jalen Hurts at 22 and a half. I'm going to take this over. The big thing for me here is he had 16 touchdowns last year. Now they added AJ Brown, which is a huge improvement to this wide receiving core. I love Devontae Freeman coming into his second year. We saw what Dallas Goddard is able to do, but the big key for me here is Miles Sanders is a great pass catching back, and then his backup, who's also coming into his second year, Kenneth Gainwell, is a phenomenal pass catching back. So we could see a ton of slants where both of those running backs could get into the end zone. I think just adding AJ Brown and pairing him up with Devonta Smith is just incredible, and it's a very low line at 22 and a half. I think he's going to throw the ball a lot. Granted, his division isn't the best, but it is nice when you get to play the Giants twice a year, the Commanders twice a year. So even Dallas, I mean, we saw Dallas give up a ton of points last year, and none of those defenses really improved over the offseason. So give me Jalen Hurts in a weak division, in a low passing touchdowns here. I mean, we only saw him progress into a really good passer last year, and I think he's worked a lot on it in the offseason. And he's still a young guy, and this is definitely a big
Yeah, I
year
mean
for
the
him.
knock on Hurts is his accuracy when it comes to passing. I mean he hasn't. I mean, according to stats, he hasn't been a very accurate passer since he came into the league at all. And I think what they did is why they leave the line so low is just the rushing ability. I mean, he can easily run for 10 touchdowns this year and throw for 25 touchdowns. I think he has that capability to account for 35 touchdowns in this offense. I think it has I think they have a way better offensive line than Dallas does in the division. I think they can win the division. I think they're a solid team. Their line right now is at 9.5 wins. I think this is a team that definitely can win 10 games. A lot of people are buying into Philly in this offense. AJ Brown's a massive upgrade into that whole receiving core. So I'm really excited to see what Jalen Hurts can do. I have a lot of equity in him in a lot of fantasy leagues. So really like Jalen Hurts. I do believe he's going to finish as like a top 10 quarterback in terms of fantasy score as well. So Hurts is definitely a guy I'm buying into as well as that Philly team. I'm going to go over to passing yards here. I'm definitely going to go to Jameis Winston. Definitely another guy I'm going to be buying into here. I'm buying into the Saints offense. I don't know if they're going to win the division. I know Tampa Bay is still there and looking good as ever as Brady is. I do think that Brady has a chance to go for that single season passing yards record. I wasn't even going to talk about that because I don't want to just throw a huge loophole into the video. But Jameis Winston here, already pretty much over 3,700 passing yards here. They have the ninth easiest schedule in the league. They're projected 8.5 wins. I do like the over on that. I do think they're going to be a playoff team. New coach Dennis Allen's coming in, bringing in a whole new offense. I mean, right now Jameis Winston, he's plus 3,400 to lead the league in passing yards, which is crazy. If you do want to throw a little wager on that, it's definitely a shot because he has done it before. He threw for 5,000 yards the last time we've seen him play like an entire season back when Tampa Bay, and he had really good weapons, in that Tampa Bay offense. But let's not forget he has new acquired weapons this year. He didn't have Michael Thomas the last time he played. Michael Thomas is now playing. We don't know what he's going to be. He's playing. Chris Olave, the rookie they're bringing in. Jarvis Landry's coming in. And last year, I mean, he was on pace to throw for about 3,500 yards last year before he tore the ACL. However, he was throwing to Marquez Callaway, Traquan Smith, like guys that really aren't getting too much run even this year. So Kamara's a guy that can catch passes as well. He needs 220 a game to break this. So I really do think that he can go out there and throw for around 225, 230, 240 a game. Winston's a guy that I like shares of this year. I like the Saints offense, and I do think they're going to be a really solid team, especially with all the weapons that they got around them.
I really like that pick, and just breaking down, he needs 220. You said uh, per game is pretty low for somebody with all of those weapons, and we know Jameis Winston. Uh, he does not get scared to throw the ball deep down the field, and I think with Michael Thomas coming back, being able to just run him with the screen plays like crazy with Jarvis Landry and sending Chris Olave down the field. I think this is a brand new offense for him, and having Kamara back healthy, ready to go, he looked incredible in the preseason. So, a ton of weapons for
Yeah, I
Jameis
totally agree.
Winston.
Michael Thomas is just a shell of what he was. I still think that he can hit this, but if Michael Thomas returns to that like 2018 Michael Thomas, I do believe this is a lock. So, season long props are tough in their own right, but either way, I mean, a lot of people like to go the unders here. Like I said, injuries are always a thing. But what do you think about these four props we're taking? And what do you think about just the quarterback position this year, and especially about the top guys here?
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of value in these futures. I mean, if people want more picks, we could definitely do another video on the quarterbacks and do our favorite picks at the end of at the end of on Wednesday, considering it starts Thursday. But I love that Prize Picks is doing the futures. I think this is a great addition to Prize Picks, and I mean, we've seen year after year quarterbacks have just been unbelievable. So it was really hard for me to kind of think taking an under on any of
Yeah, I
these
agree. I mean,
guys.
a couple guys I look at, we don't know how their season's going to go. You can't really predict injuries on anyone. But we're going to be back here with the running backs tomorrow for rushing yards, rushing touchdowns, and like I said, wide receivers and tight ends coming out on Wednesday. Later on Wednesday, too, Thursday morning, we're going to be dropping the Thursday night game for the Rams Bills. Friday, We'll be moving into some stuff Saturday. You'll catch that Sunday video for covering the Sunday slate on Saturday morning. So thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, anyone that's new, welcome to Upstate Bets and DFS. We want to welcome you in with open arms. We're going to be covering NFL all season as well as NBA when it comes around. And then anyone who's coming back, man, thank you so much. Hit that subscribe button if you can. Please like the video. We'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.